So the microphone decided not to work, guys, but I think here I was talking about how we brought our new camera and we are going to try out some photos, and we are working on photographing again. But we went to this town called Brande. It's a town in Denmark, in Jutland, and this town is known for its street art, and also the headquarters of bestseller are in this town. So there were a lot of shops with clothes from bestseller. So there are a lot of this street art. We didn't know what we were going to, but this is so beautiful. If you ever came to Denmark, you should try this. As you see here, when this guy is painting, when you're standing on the side, it just looks like this painting the flat. The angel looks like he's just laying down. Go up on the stairs, you get a whole different view. You see the paintings in a different way because these artists, they're painting in 3D, that's what it's called. So it depends, the experience depends on where you're standing. You have to be moving around, and honestly, we first realized how beautiful this was when we took the videos at home, when we saw the videos back home. It's very beautiful. So if you come to Denmark, in the north of Denmark, in middle of Denmark, you should try to go. This is in July. No, this is in June, but you can always Google it. It's called International Street Art Brande. So if you're around here in Denmark around June, just Google that if you'll be interested, because this town is known for this kind of things, and it's there every year. We didn't know about that. We found out about it this year, and I think definitely going to be going next year. Look at this. It looks flat. These baby chickens, they look flat. But then when you move and you stand in a different position, they look like they're standing. Yet before they look like they were just flat. So it's a very, very good experience. And they even have children painting. I think there's a lot of shops having activities for children. They can just go and paint wherever they want, and it's all free. And by the way, it's a free entry. You don't have to pay. That's why I love Denmark, because during this summertime, there's always a lot of activities that are free of charge. So it's good for people who can't afford different activities. This is beautiful, and it's all free of charge. So we were done here and we left for home, and realized that this part of Denmark, there are lots of farmers. So definitely they had a lot of potatoes, and yes, we found this place where you could buy potatoes, and the owners of the home are not there to take the money. So as you can see, you just have to put the money in that small hole they made, and then you take your potatoes. It's about trust in Denmark. It's about trust, and you find a lot of these stands with flowers, with maize, with potatoes, with different things. It's so beautiful. I love it. And that's why I love living out in the countryside. I get to experience all of these things. So yeah, we got some potatoes, and we can have some fresh potatoes. After that, we went to this plant center. On our wedding, I asked for some a gift card for this plant center. It's a little bit cheaper than the other plant centers, but I was surprised at how much money we got. It was too much money for this center, so I have to use the card. So I went and bought some more plants. I had told myself I wasn't going to buy any more plants, but I had this gift card. Jan had told me, well, Millie, you can just keep the gift card for later. And of course I can. And I just bought a few plants. We still have more money on that card. But I wanted to make a new bed in our garden, and yeah, I got myself some new plants. The next day it was Sanctans, and I think it's called Midsummer. So I don't know how some of you do that, if you have that in your country, but yeah, in Denmark is in those days they used to burn witches, and they make a fire, but there is places where public places where they do it, so a family they can come. But our friends invited us and we made fire there. But you can also go to these places where like there's a huge fire. Sometimes it's by the water and it's so beautiful. But we just went to our friends, and because one of our friends had been photographing on a wedding, we had made him a basket, and I had asked Jan, instead of buying a finished basket, a ready-made basket, we could make it ourselves because they are very expensive. So I told him to go to the second-hand shop, and we have one close to us, and buy a basket. And I gave him some ideas, and when I came home, it just surprised me. He had made a very, very, very beautiful basket, and then we took it to our friends who invited us to Midsummer. So next day we had this garden project, but we could not actually do it because it had been raining, and this hole we had dug to make our bed was all filled with water. But I had gone to work, and when I came back, it has been sun had been shining a little bit, and I was so surprised when I came back home. Jan had already finished the whole bed. I was extremely happy because now I was ready to plant my plants. Sun came out later, and I decided to do this because with the Danish weather you never know what to expect. I started by placing the plants where I want them to be, and after I did that, after I placed the plants where I want them to be, I started removing each plant and just making the hole. And as you can see, I changed into trousers because the sun was shining, but it was still a little bit chill, so I can go through a lot of different outfits during the day because the weather is so unpredictable. So here are the finished results. The lavenders had been standing out before I planted them. They don't look so nice, but I think when they get some sun and rain, it will look good. But a typical Danish summer, I cannot be outside to enjoy my garden, to be in the garden, which I love, because it's been raining. It's been raining and raining, like whole of June, the whole of July, it's just been raining. So all I can do is just sit in my window and enjoy the garden from here. So guys, I hope you enjoy the video, and stay tuned for more videos like this. Thank you. Bye.